Hello, my name is Michelle Boulé, owner of MBody Radiance, dance artist, and certified body talk practitioner. And today I'm sharing with you some information on group healing and distant or online healing. Many of you may know about my work through in-person sessions and classes that I do here in New York City, but a good percentage of the sessions that I do are with people in other cities, states, and countries. And I want to give you some background information on how all of that works. And at the end of this video, I'll do a group session which you can watch and tap in for yourself. So some background, when I first started training officially in energy medicine in 2007, it was a huge paradigm shift for me to see that physical healing could happen just through consciousness and energy. I had my first body talk session for an ankle sprain, and my practitioner Danica didn't even touch my ankle. She basically told me some things we were balancing and gently tapped over my head and my heart, and I got off the table and walked out of that session with so much less pain in my ankle. And I was starting out pretty open-minded. I had been doing work with holistic healing practitioners since the late 90s, but this was just a little more curious and magical than I was used to at the time. And so I just kept going back for more treatments, and more, I got in touch with the power of my body and our bodies to self-heal and grow. And this understanding expanded even further when I started receiving sessions over the phone or Skype or Zoom and saw that changes could happen through distant healing. You may be familiar with the statement, where your mind goes, energy flows. And this alludes to principles of Chinese medicine and energetic movement practices like Tai Chi. You and your physical body are a product of your thoughts and intentions, conscious and subconscious, and this also extends to your actions and behaviors. All of this is guided by consciousness. So when you deeply shift consciousness or your awareness and thought programming, which you can do without physical touch, your physical body, actions, and choices will follow. And one of the easiest ways I found to do this is through energy work like body talk, Yuen method, source point therapy, and biogeometry, all of which are modalities that I use in my treatments. And the last thing I want to talk about is group healing work. One of my personal stories with group healing is when I brought something that felt so charged and personal to me into a classroom of 40 people. And I spoke confidentially initially with the teacher, and she could see how hard it was for me. And when she asked me if I would share this issue with the group, I agreed. And she so beautifully said to me, "You just increased your healing 40-fold." Meaning that I multiplied the effects of the session I was about to receive with her in front of the class by allowing 40 people to see me fully in that process. And it wasn't easy for me. I walked around self-conscious for a little bit afterwards, but it became a huge catalyst for my growth and for others' growth as well. I got to be seen and connect with others. Many people thanked me for being vulnerable. And really, each of us has the power to affect others. And when we do that through our own vulnerability and courage to grow, we can create enormous change. We get to be seen and to see others in their wholeness, and this invites in more compassion for all aspects of humanity. To demonstrate this, I'm going to do some work right now for the theme of my upcoming introductory online group event called Let It Go, Let It Flow. And the focus is on letting go of the things we don't need in our lives so we can create space and an invitation to bring into our lives the things that bring us the most joy and peace. So the first priority that we're balancing is a fear of losing what we know and linking that to hydration. So when we are about to embark on change, sometimes a fear can come up around entering a space that is completely unfamiliar and losing what is entirely familiar. And a lot of times what's familiar isn't always serving us or our best interests. So we want to make losing what we know something that is less scary. And we're linking this to hydration to help support everything flowing and moving with ease. So just take your hand and tap gently over your head. We're going to shift this programming through the brain and our heads. Take a deep breath. This fear of losing what we know, making that less charged and simple. linking that to hydration. And then tap over your heart center to memorize and store this information in your heart. Take a deep breath. And then tap this into your gut brain. Tap right around your belly button. You can use both hands. And this will just integrate this information very deeply into this very important part of our anatomy. Great. And the next priority we're going to balance is the subtle sense of hearing. And this is referring to all the voices that keep us right where we are, that might be saying, this is too hard, or you'll never get X, Y, Z. And these are false voices and often a result of our programming that we learned as children. And these voices aren't supporting our innate potential. And we're linking this to balancing to strengthen or neutralize our capacity to engage with the idea of adventure, which is crucial sometimes for change or for shifting. And the last piece of this formula is a permission, which is I allow my body to unhook. And I'm seeing this like taking the moors or unmooring a ship and allowing your physical body to guide you into flow. So go ahead and just touch your ears for a moment so we can balance these voices that are not serving us. Tap over your head and your heart. Take a deep breath. And we're going to strengthen our capacity for adventure. And tap over your gut brain also. Breathe deeply. And we're bringing in this permission of I allow my body to unhook, taking off those things, those hooks that are holding us back from our flow. Tapping over your gut brain, take a deep breath. So there you have it. Sign up for our group session at embodyradiance.com. Share this with a friend, invite your mom, your best friend, your brother. The more the merrier and the stronger. And I'm always happy to hear your questions and comments and support you in your work to embody your most radiant self. Thank you and have a wonderful day.